What's up,
There he
Phil?
is.
How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
How's
Another
life?
day, another day in the life.
How's that been?
It's been okay. Just trying to keep busy, trying to do new things. Reading a little bit, which is good. And just trying to stay fit, man. That's
How,
that's an
how are you
important
still
one.
giving lessons though?
So I have access to a private court,
Okay.
and just picking up a little money on the way.
And no one's complaining about it? No one's complaining about the
Actually,
price or anything?
some people have complained about it because somebody posted on Facebook that I was giving like doing group stuff.
Okay.
So so people were thinking that but no, just like one person.
Okay, that's good. Are you
Yeah,
back in Texas?
I am. I'm in Austin
Oh, nice.
with the fam.
How's that been? Kind of.
It's good.
Hey.
It's kind of weird like being in one place for this long and not having to like leave or take a flight or anything. So that's
When
been
was the last time you were at home for this long? When do you think the last time was?
um hmm, I would say at at least maybe like 10 months. I fractured my hand last
Oh yeah,
year,
that's right. You had the injury.
beginning mid beginning of last year, so it's been since there that I've been here for this long.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have four brothers.
Are they here?
Sorry?
Are they living with you as well or no?
So three of them are like half brothers.
Okay.
So I have one of the three living here, and
Okay.
my brother from my mom as well. So
Okay.
it's three of us, three kids here.
It's a little
Kids, so
chaotic.
yeah. But
But you're still younger than me too, which is crazy.
yeah, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, 22. Wait, you're 24? I thought you were older than 24, man.
Really? You think I'm that old? Shit.
I thought you were at least like 26.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, that's what a lot of people think when I first introduce myself. And I mean, if I have like the full grown beard, like you kind of
Yeah,
have right now with the stash, yeah,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's the beard. It's the beard that gave it
Yeah.
maybe even 27.
Really. I've had
Really.
people say that I'm 30, which is crazy. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
For me, I don't see myself as being that old, but I mean,
Yeah.
someone said you
So
just look
you just graduated from college
Yeah, I graduated in
or
2018. So it's been kind of, I mean, living at home has its advantages of saving money, but when I travel that much, it's kind of in the sense of how much can you really save before
yeah.
everything happens.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. This is bro, that's what's been like tough about this time is that I talk to people that some of them are
Hmm.
completely like unfazed and some of them
Really?
just do the same things that they did before this crisis, and some others are just about to, I don't know, like lose everything they've worked for, you know? So
Really?
it's kind of like, yeah, it's brutal for some and really not that impacting on others, you know? Um, so
I'm surprised that, like, for maybe people around your ranking, it would be very different. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Versus
yeah,
someone that would maybe be in the top 150 who has a little bit more money saved. But
yeah,
how do you, have you have you been talking to people that are around your ranking or maybe a little bit higher when it comes to that?
yeah. So yeah, that's actually a good point. People around my ranking, it's I'm sure this is a very tough time for them
Hmm.
because a not having a bunch of money in winnings saved up,
Hmm.
and a lot of these people were making money like week to week money, you know. So
Yeah,
not being able to travel, they're not making money. So I mean they're giving some lessons to make some money. They're sharing house rent, stuff like that.
yeah,
But it's definitely the thing is, I feel like it's a tough time for everybody, even the people
Hmm.
top 100, because they didn't plan for this. They maybe invested some money and stuff, and maybe they
Hmm.
it's I feel like it's impacted everybody. Maybe the people around my ranking probably more. So
Because I feel, in this case, I feel very fortunate to have my family to kind of go home to, but some people are living by themselves and living on a kind of a week to week paycheck, really, from the tour, the Challenger Tour.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you and I both are fortunate, man. We're at home right now
Yeah,
and get to see the family, but there's people that unfortunately don't live with their family, live alone, and then they need the money, so they're in a tough
yeah.
spot. Uh, so
It's like the only thing you can talk about too right now. It's kind of annoying, but it's the reality of the situation. You know what I mean?
yeah, you can't. I mean, with the every night my parents turn on the TV, and it's every single station is about the coronavirus every single day. It's like you can't escape from it, you
It's
know?
not like you can change the channel or like watch a movie because you're already bored by the time you're halfway
No.
through it because you can't go out anywhere. You can't, like, I'll probably go for a drive after this just to get outside and breathe in fresh air because
Yeah.
what else am I supposed to do throughout the rest of the day? And we talked about this, I think, earlier with playing Call of Duty or playing video games. You like sit down, you think it's a great idea, and then 30 minutes in, you're like, okay, now what?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Which is,
I think having a schedule, having like just writing down your calendar is big. Just kind of make like prioritizing things that you want to do.
yeah,
Because if you don't have an idea of what you want to do in the day, you
yeah,
just you get to like nighttime and you're kind of tired and you're like, what have I done?
yeah.
Uh, so like there's some days that just go by and you're like,
Hmm.
wow, like it's already like 9 p.m. and I really haven't done anything.
Yeah.
And then you just feel like really bad about yourself.
But I mean, you go from me. I think that's very interesting because for tournaments, when you go like week to week, you have like a routine, you have a schedule, and then all of a sudden you come home and you're like, all right, what do I do today? Because you
Yeah,
can't really do anything throughout the day. Like you can try to learn how to do things. You can try to learn how to cook, how to learn an instrument, how to code.
yeah,
Like a lot of my friends have like gone back to the internet and tried to code their computers, and I'm just like, okay, now what do I do? Like my
yeah, yeah,
like how much tennis can you really talk about during a day when it comes to like
yeah. A,
no
a,
one's
a
doing
time
it.
with no tennis. A time with
Yeah, exactly.
absolutely no
Like
tennis.
I I did this, where was I? I don't know if you saw this, but I posted a video. I did a live stream on Twitch. I literally bounced the ball for an hour straight in my yard on a live
Yeah,
stream because I was just like, I don't know what to do.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
that's the extent of my tennis content when I'm not doing stuff like this with you.
yeah, yeah. It can be brutal, man. It can be brutal. Every morning, I feel like every morning I've woken up, I've tried to like just constantly wake up and do something immediately, because
Yeah.
every time I'm used to like the default for me when I get home
Hmm.
is generally kind of just letting myself go a little bit because
Hmm.
I'm never home. So like coming home, I gotta be home for like 3 days.
Hmm.
I'll just sleep in. I'll be like a couch potato,
Yeah.
and just chill. But like now, this is like the norm, and it will be probably for the next months. So like
Yeah.
you gotta adapt as well.
Yeah.
So
What'd you think of Wimbledon being canceled? I was shocked.
um, yeah, I was really shocked just because like for example the French Open it already like put a date um,
Yeah.
a while ago. So I was kind of like imagining the tennis schedule if you have the French Open finishing October 3rd or 4th.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was pretty shocked to see that, and I mean people weren't shy about posting it. I must have saw.
No. no,
I
everyone
must have
was kind of
saw
like
hundreds of posts,
it.
but
No one was afraid to say anything at that point because it was kind of just out there with
yeah,
there's no like an insider source from like ESPN or tennis.com. Like there's going to be an announcement now. There's going to be this happening. It's just
yeah,
like, oh, here's the French, and we're just going to take it and put it somewhere else. It was kind of just
yeah,
the mentality of
yeah.
like, what do
What
we do?
what do you think? What do you think about the French being played September 20th?
Do you want a real answer or do you want a professional answer?
Um, a real answer.
A real answer? I think it's dumb. I
Yeah,
think I think it's I think it's unrealistic in how optimistic they're being.
yeah,
I think from their standpoint, I understand why they still want to have it this year to kind of still play it and to still give people something to look forward to and to still have advertisements and to still have a full operation that they can pay for and have people pay to come see it.
yeah,
But in a realistic sense, I think when they go from the US Open to the French Open very quickly and having 2 weeks, because by the time the US Open is finishing, qualifying has started during the final of the US Open for the French.
yeah.
So for me,
Yeah, it's
as
not.
a tennis fan, I think everyone would like be buzzing at the sense of having two majors back to back and having people watching tennis constantly for like maybe like an 8 week period.
Yeah,
But at the same time, for your guys' perspective, I think it's ridiculous because imagine if a qualifier gets deep into both majors back to back.
yeah,
Physically, it's impossible, I
yeah,
think. And
yeah,
two, I think from a defending champion standpoint, even Novak and Rafa would be pissed off.
yeah.
Like, how are
It's
you
not.
expecting them to play 2 weeks back to back?
Yeah, it's but two different surfaces.
Exactly.
Um,
No warm ups or anything.
no lead up tournaments. The only thing that could be argued with that is that we're in like a special situation. So,
Mm-hmm.
so special action needs to be taken. But
Mm-hmm.
um, I was thinking the other day about the off season. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's going to be no off season. I mean, it would be
No,
weird.
I think that I didn't even think about that from an off-season standpoint. That's kind of your time to wind down in tournaments and scheduling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I doubt they'll have it, to be honest.
Like the
Um,
off-season or the
I think they won't have the off season. I think it would be a little weird if they did have an off season, at this point.
yeah, because you can expect China like to be done. Like there's going to be no Chinese swing at this
Oh
point,
yeah, no chance.
no
No chance.
chance, and so that would be so no China. The Paris Masters probably wouldn't happen either because that is
No,
happening. I think during the new French schedule.
I have really like I don't know which tournaments would have even priority because I mean the slams would probably have priority over the other tournaments,
Yeah.
but if you can fit those two Grand Slams in, how do you fit which tournaments that get played then? Like why would Cincinnati, for example, have bigger priority than Paris?
Yeah,
I don't know. Who
because it
knows
would be
on
the
that?
same level tournament, just different timing. So where would you
Exactly.
put both of them?
It
That's
it's
interesting. I
I
never
think
thought about that.
yeah, it's gonna be. I read an article somewhere that it was just rumors, but that they weren't gonna have an off season. Um, so
Really,
yeah,
they would
but
just
just rumor.
pick right up back into Australia
Yeah, probably. I mean, I can't see the players being opposed really to that because like
because of
right
how much
now
off time they've
is
had.
yeah, right now is a perfect time if you really committed yourself to getting strong, to getting fit. Right now is a
Mhm.
perfect time to do that, So
Yeah, it's just hard when you have to do it in one place and not go out and do anything.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
who, like I think for you, for instance, I wanted to ask you like who could you be training with? That's that's willing
Yeah,
to like play outside all the time if you have that private court.
yeah. So, I'm actually pretty fortunate here. Nick Monroe lives here in
Yeah.
Austin,
Oh wow.
so I'm gonna be starting with Nick Monday of next week.
Okay, nice.
So we're gonna be playing every day. Probably not
Oh
for that
wow.
long. Probably like an hour, hour 15,
Oh wow.
and just kind of get like the reps in, you know. And there's a
Oh
couple of
wow.
guys that go to UT as well.
Nice.
So yeah, I think hitting for me won't be the problem. It's just kind of like planning. Like I don't want to go too hard now, you know, considering that
Okay.
there's 3 more months of just chilling.
Yeah. Like, what would be the point of working out so hard for what
Exactly.
purpose?
Like
If you're not going to
exactly.
play until what, July now? It's like July 13th or 14th that
Yeah,
there's going to be no tennis.
yeah, mid-July. I think it's just it's really hard to plan for that now because I mean, who has 3 months of an off season? You know,
If
like
you're not
it's
injured too, which is, I think, the
exactly.
biggest part of that. Because, like you
Yeah,
said, you were home for what, 10 weeks or 10 months
I
during
was
your
home
rest
for um probably 10 weeks, around 10 weeks.
10 weeks? Yeah. So, like that, because you're recuperating, you still can
Yeah,
work towards something, stuff like that. But
exactly. Yeah,
when you have, there's no reason why you shouldn't be training now, but in
yeah,
reality, mid-July, like, it's so
yeah.
far away.
And I mean, the big thing that not a lot of people think about is that like we're not with our coaches, you know.
Yeah.
We're alone. So it's you're making your own schedule. You're obviously talking to your coach, but
Mhm.
at the same time, there's so many factors that are in this, you know. And the first big one is that you're alone and you're basically making decisions for yourself now.
Do you still talk to your coach on like a daily basis about like strategy or something, or is it just kind of like just checking in, like how are you, staying safe, kind of thing?
Yeah, so I do like a FaceTime call with my coach pretty much every day,
Okay.
and kind of tell him what I did throughout the day, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's but that's the extent of it. How
yeah,
long is each like?
that's pretty much it. He tells me to try to do some stuff, and I try to do it. But for example, today it rained all day, so
Yeah.
I've been doing nothing. So
Who's your
yeah.
coach right now?
Jack Reeder, he's from
Okay.
Australia.
And how long has he
Um,
been coaching you so far?
we started at the off season last year, so
Okay.
in December I started with him. I actually went to Australia for preseason. Did it with
Okay.
him. Yeah.
Is there a reason why everyone goes to Australia to train, or is that just because it's sunny all the time?
Yeah, I think the weather has a big part of it, but it's also a nice place, man. I love Australia. It's great.
I've never been. I really want to go. People have been telling me like to go to the Aussie Open because it might be like the best slam out of the four. So I think
It's
that's
by
my
far
next.
the best slam, by far.
Have you played qualies for all of them?
So I played juniors. I haven't played any of like the main ones,
Okay.
but I played juniors. All of them except for Wimby. I actually forgot to sign
Really?
up for Wimby. I forgot to sign up, bro.
How do you
That
forget to
was
sign up?
I forgot to sign up for Wimby. That was not my best thing.
How do you forget that? Is there a story
uh,
behind that, or was it just like boom?
kind of. So I was in a place with kind of bad Wi-Fi, and I thought I did it, to be honest. And I got a confirmation email from
Really?
Wimbledon. So yeah, I thought it
Okay.
was good, and I went the day that the acceptance list came out, so the entries
Yeah.
closed, and I was looking for my name in the main draw, and
Yeah.
I was scrolling. I was like, okay, how am I not in the main? So I go to the qualies, and I go
Yeah.
look in the qualies, and I'm still not there. I'm like, this must be some type of joke or something.
Oh, how
But
pissed were you though?
I was more sad, man, because that week I actually had to go play a future.
Oh wow.
Um, so yeah, it was tough. But
Jeez. What was your best memory from juniors, you think?
um, for sure playing the slams, just because like
Okay.
when you're a junior, you get to share the courts with the players. You get to play
Yeah.
on the main courts,
Hmm.
so you kind of get like the first smell of being like a pro player or
Mm.
having tennis being your life, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say that, and representing Italy in Europe. Sorry, it's called Summer Cups. It's kind of like
Okay.
Junior Davis Cup. That was pretty cool. So
Who was on that team for the Summer Cup?
so Jacopo Berrettini, Matteo's brother.
Oh, really?
Yep, and Enrico Dalla Valle.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
So we in the qualifying stage we actually beat Spain, which was a huge win. Um, I beat Davidovic,
Okay.
and and then we won the deciding dubs, which was huge. And we made it to the main stage.
Yeah.
We beat Russia,
Nice.
and then we got absolutely destroyed by France in the semis.
Who was on that team? Do you remember?
Uh, it was Blancano. Blancano had just won the French Open, and Moutet was playing too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, got to. You don't like to see that Moutet
No.
too.
No, 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 no. No, not at all.
No,
You
but
played, and you played the next gen, right?
I did
What was that like? I've always been
that.
meaning to ask you that too because I remember watching you on TV, and then somehow I
Yeah,
met you in Rome, and it's like, okay, we put two and two together. It's like, oh, okay,
yeah.
that's him.
So it was like it was the weirdest week of my life for sure because like
Really?
I got there and it's almost like I had never really been on that stage. So it was like almost feeling unreal. Like it was an
Okay.
unreal feeling for a little bit. But at the same time there was a lot of tension, you know, because when I was there I had a feeling like I had the feeling to perform, you know? Like I didn't want to get
Yeah.
destroyed every single match.
Yeah.
Like in front of the home crowd.
Hmm.
Um, just like I got a lot of support.
Hmm.
Kind of everybody, the whole tennis world watching.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, and I was like really happy to have got there when I qualified. But
Yeah.
when I stepped in like the main arena, I immediately felt it.
Really.
But overall, really positive experience
Hmm.
because I was able to get better every match.
Yeah.
I got beat pretty badly by Demon our first match.
Okay.
And then I played a good match against Fritz. I feel like I had chances there to possibly run away with that one.
Yeah.
Um,
That one went
and
three, right? Or five?
four,
Four.
four sets. I had like 5 set points in the third set to go 2 sets to 1 up.
Oh.
And if I take one of those, I mean, it's a different match. 2 sets to
Yeah.
1 up and down.
100%.
And then playing Rublev, also played a decent match there, but competitive first set. But they were obviously at a different level.
Yeah.
Just on a consistent basis, I felt like I was able to play at their level for spurts. You know, that's
Yeah.
the big difference between where I am and where they are. You know.
How would you? What was the best match that you played? Was it the Fritz match during that time, or was it like another one that you felt like you played? It doesn't matter the result, but like, did you play one where you felt like, okay, I'm playing like really well?
Yeah. In the next gen.
Yeah, in the next gen.
Yeah, Fritz by far. Fritz, I was able because I got put against Demon our first day night match.
Okay.
So that like I told my dad before the tournament started, the one person I don't want to play is Demonar. And just our games match up really bad. I don't want to. I've already played him once. He beat me like 1-1 in juniors. Like I don't want to play him. So
Like the worst,
obviously
like
the draw
worst idea
ceremony
ever.
comes out,
Yeah.
and they announce us to be the first match. The night match on the first day.
Yeah.
So I go out and like I didn't play bad. I just didn't. I lost a lot of deuce points.
Okay.
A. And B, I started kind of slow. So like I kind of got relaxed around the middle of the third set. And
Hmm.
I mean, by that time the match is over against somebody like that good. So
Jeez.
um, after I walked off the Demonar court, I felt like kind of embarrassed in a way just because I got beat
Really?
pretty bad. Yeah. And I was a little sad. I was a little down. And I
Yeah.
got up the next day for the Fritz match and I was kind of like, you know what? Like I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Um, I got to go in and have fun, like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, like make the most of it, So
Yeah.
I got on the practice court before the match and I was like, it looked like a curios practice. Like I was hitting like tweeners and stuff. And I was just super relaxed, just trying to relax myself, kind of like fake
Yeah.
it a little bit. But
Hmm.
so I got in that match super relaxed and I was like, if I just play free, like I think I'll have a chance, I know Taylor pretty well, so
Yeah.
so yeah, that one by far.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. You like that shot, huh?
That of course. That my whole brand is hashtag tweenerheads, so I have to. Of course.
but uh but yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like when I first saw that format, well, did you like the format? Because I feel like it's very
Yeah.
new to people.
No, I did. I actually did a lot. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that format to be like regular.
Really, to make it
Yeah,
faster or to
A,
like
make it
just make it more
faster.
exciting.
B, yeah, it's more exciting. B, it kind of skips those as a spectator when you kind of like sit down for a match, you see those first two service games each where it's mainly like holds at love
Yeah.
15 because players are kind of getting into the match.
Hmm.
With that, you completely took that out.
Okay.
You're immediately in crunch time. If you start, it's like starting a set from 2-all. Like you get
Yeah.
broken and you're down 3-2, like with serve. So I like the rules. I like the shot clock thing
Okay.
just because I can't stand when people take a bunch of time. I don't like
Okay.
that. Um,
Yeah, I like that
the,
too.
the let was weird. The let was pretty weird.
What was the let one? I don't remember that one. Was it just normal or what happened?
They play lets, yeah. So like,
Oh, so like college.
yeah, it's like college. Yeah, it's college on that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I I think it was for college at least when I was learning the rules when I was a volunteer assistant, they put the let rule in effect so that way people didn't really cheat when it
Yeah.
came to like calling a let
Yeah.
after they hit an ace.
Yeah.
For tennis, it might be beneficial just because it would go faster.
Yeah.
But I the next year I remember when they put the towel rule into place, getting your own towel. I actually did like that. It was kind of weird,
I
but
I didn't.
really,
That rule, like I mean, I'm usually like super nice to the ball kids, to be honest. Like I actually like appreciate what they do,
yeah,
and there's players that treat them like complete really bad.
yeah, like garbage.
Um, um, it's just it's it's just weird because when you're on a big court like that and you have to go get your
Yeah,
towel, it does waste a lot of time.
yeah,
Um, and during the Fritz match, that rule kind of got me a little bit because on the first point, like before we start the match, I'm ready to serve and the crowd is going nuts, and
yeah,
I'm waiting, and um, they call me for time violation because the clock hit 0.
Oh,
But
and he was still going to get his towel.
no, 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 no. Like he was ready to play.
Yeah,
I was at the line ready to serve,
yeah,
and I was about to bounce the balls, but everybody started cheering,
uh,
and I was kind of like, I'm not going to serve when everybody's cheering,
yeah,
and so I got a time violation, and I didn't really think much of it. I said it's okay. I'm usually pretty quick during the points,
yeah,
but at 7-all in the third set tiebreaker, um, I hit that diving volley.
yeah.
and I remember I kind of like gave it a little celebration, and I was walking to go get my towel,
Yeah.
and I look at the clock, and there's like 7 or 8 seconds to serve,
Jesus.
and I'm like, this is bad. I already have a warning. Like I don't want to lose a serve on set point serving, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I rushed to the line and I played a point. Like I played a point with absolutely no thought of where I was serving. I just kind of like got to the line and served, you know. So
Just
I
no
mean,
thinking, just go.
no, I missed the first serve and I served and volleyed on the second serve.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, it didn't go well.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah,
That's kind of cool, though. To me,
yeah.
I honestly, when you say you don't think about where you serve, I think that's me half the time. But then again, I'm not the professional here. Oh,
That's funny. Man, I
nice.
miss our session, man. I miss our session in New Haven.
That was fun.
Yeah.
For people that didn't know, how many times did we hit? Once or twice?
Um, we've hit more than once, right?
Did we? Trying to remember because
Maybe just that once. Man. I've seen you a bunch, but I think we've only
we've
hit that
only
one
hit
time.
once. I think we only
Yeah.
hit once officially.
Yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
to do that again though because I miss hitting so much now. It's crazy.
I saw some of your videos on YouTube of you hitting with like the top guys.
Yeah.
Were you tight doing that or no? Like
Let's see.
do you get top like
Korich, I was. Nick, I was a little bit, but since I know him, I didn't feel that much pressure. Because
yeah,
Nick, I feel like, is a very different guy on the tennis court. He's very supportive when it comes
yeah,
to hitting with people. Like, he'll say good shot or, like, my bad, or, like, he'll encourage you to do the same thing.
yeah.
So I didn't feel that much pressure when I was hitting with him a couple times. Rublev, I will say, I was the most nervous for.
Dude, I that's one of the ones I saw, dude.
I was terrified. I'm not even gonna lie. Because once he started grunting, I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
know what's
weren't
gonna
playing
happen."
bad. You weren't playing bad.
I did. That was surprising because you're not the first person to tell me that, and I thought I was playing like crap.
No, no, you weren't. You weren't playing bad. You honestly, I thought you were hitting the ball well.
Yeah, and I think I surprised him too. Like he'll hit a forehand, and then I'll hit one decently back, and I'll go, oh, and it kind of like throws him back. I'm like, okay, maybe I could do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt like some of the girls too. I'm very nervous too with them, but when I had like Rublev was on fire this year too. So when they told me I was supposed to like hit with him, and then the next day, I think before it got canceled, at one point I was supposed to hit with team, and then it got canceled, and I was supposed to hit with team for like 2 hours, and I was thinking in my head, this is gonna go so poorly.
That's a 2 hour session with team. As exciting as it sounds, does not really. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and you remember the blister I had in the middle of my hand in
Yeah,
New Haven?
yeah,
It
yeah.
happened after 2 or 3 days in California, and it started to like get really bad too in my hand. So I was like, I won't be able to hit a ball straight for like at least 30
Yeah,
minutes
bro, that's brutal.
going into it.
That's like the worst spot to get a blister as well.
Where's the weirdest place you've gotten one? Because I've gotten some like here, and I don't understand why. Like I get it here, I get it all here, but I don't understand why it's like here.
Yeah, yeah, I would say there's probably the weirdest. It's just the tough thing about there is you can't tape it. It's
I
like
know you can't tape your palm at all.
no, you can't.
Like
Can't
fingers are fine, but like I don't understand why people put like tape here, like Rafa when he puts it on like the tops of his fingers.
Yeah,
Like how do you hold a racket where you're starting to get blisters around that part of your hand?
yeah, that's wild. That is wild.
It's wild, but hey, man, I really appreciate you doing this with me. Do you want to plug anything before we go? You want to plug that new merch you have coming out?
No, it's good.
You sure?
Bro, still gotta. I'm like close, but still far. So.
All right, I got you. But Liam, I really appreciate you doing this. I mean, hopefully we can do this again sometime. Really enjoy our talk.
That was fun.
Thanks, man. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.